I mean, can you tell that I'm ready for warm weather? It's technically not even spring yet, or at least at the time of me recording this video, we're looking at about, I think, today's March 8th or 9th as I'm recording this. By the time you see it, it may be officially spring by this point, but the point is, you know, my mind is already in summer mode. Like, I am ready for summer fragrances, I'm ready for summer weather, I'm ready for summer fun. I'm just ready. Bring it on. You know, we really had a pretty mild winter, at least comparatively speaking to how it normally is around here. Had a couple good snows, but really the temperatures weren't too crazy for the majority of the winter time. But I'm just ready for it, man. So it got me thinking of some very bright and sparkling spring, summer, warm weather fragrances that really can accomplish about anything, and ones that I'm really looking forward to wearing personally. Warm weather, spring and summer, is kind of the season of versatility when it comes to fragrances, you know. Spring, summer fragrances, very easy to pull off in a plethora of situations. With winter and fall fragrances, they can be a little bit more challenging, daring, occasional, you know, situational. For the most part, summer fragrances a lot of times are pretty much just you spray it on and you hit the road no matter what you're going to do. So it makes it easy, especially if you're getting out there and getting started with a collection. You know, you don't have to think too much about it. We've got 7 fragrances that are sparkling, bright, effervescent, that work great for anything in the warm weather. I will link these down below to discounters, so you can pick them up at a price below retail. Nice mixture here of kind of different styles for everybody. So let's get into it with Bulgari Man Glacial Essence. Clearwood, juniper berries, and musk are a few of the main notes. Love it. Big fan. Out of the entire Bulgari Man lineup, this is going to be the most, I guess, modernized and the most, I don't know, kind of trendy leaning, because it kind of harnesses that woody, trendy smell with bits and pieces of like an ambroxan type of thing going on. So not full-on blue fragrance, but kind of trends more so in that direction than everything else in the lineup for sure. But that does make this one incredibly wearable, incredibly versatile, big people pleaser, and also, all things considered, a good performer as well. It is an eau de parfum. It does have richness, a bit of depth, a bit of dimension, while still maintaining a very bright and sparkling kind of output. You know, when you smell this one and when you spray it on, it has a way of uplifting you and making you feel good and making you feel refreshed and rejuvenated and, you know, maybe even motivated. Really like it. You know, I can't wait to hit this one hard as soon as the weather warms up, because I have a feeling when you get some heat behind this one, it's going to open up even better. It's a bit newer to my collection. Haven't had a chance to wear it yet in the heat, but I'm super excited to. Next up, we have Parfums de Marly Greenley. So this is officially my newest Parfums de Marly edition, and also I believe it's one of their newest ones. Technically not their newest. They released a limited edition one, but you know, in terms of the fresh line, I do believe it is. Green apple, bergamot, and oak moss are some of the main notes. So this is one where, when I tried it for the first time, I was kind of struggling to find kind of a way where it really impressed me a lot. You know, I was kind of grasping for it. I was really trying to be blown away by it, but it just wasn't doing it for me yet. At the time, I was still preferring Percival and Sedley. But, you know, I ended up picking up a bottle because I got it for a good price. And as I've been wearing it, I've come around to it a lot. I believe it was actually around this time last year that I did my first impressions. And I was kind of more when it came out last year in March, I believe. So a full year later, I can say that I do like it a lot now. Way more than I did in the beginning. And also, one of the main reasons why I'm gravitating towards it a lot is my girlfriend, she gave this amazing reaction when she smelled it for the first time. We were just kind of upstairs hanging out, and I sprayed it up in the air, just like this. And she was sitting over on the couch, and I don't even think I really had her smell it initially. I just kind of sprayed it because I was testing it for myself, wanted to get an idea. And she was sitting over there. She was like, "What is that? Like, that smells amazing." And so I sprayed it on myself, had her smell it. She loved it. So I think this is going to become a big staple, a big favorite for her this summertime for me to wear. And again, the more I smell it, the more I'm like, okay, I see what they were going with here. It's very green, citrusy. That oak moss really comes through. It gives it a masculine touch, but that apple note up top is nice and crisp and bright, and it smells great. And I can't wait to really dive into this one in the warm weather. Next up, we have Mercedes-Benz Cologne. So this one smells very similar to Dior Homme Cologne at about half the price, which is always nice. Grapefruit, lemon, verbena, and orange are some of the main notes. And let me just say, I might be partial, I might be biased. I love this stuff because I love Dior Homme Cologne. And that dates way, way back on my channel. Ever since I first got Dior Homme Cologne, it was like an immediate love. And I featured it as much as I could. And I still try to give it that love, when I do kind of spring, summertime videos. I'll still throw in DHC because I think it's amazing. But I wanted to go and throw in this alternative because it is available right now on discounters. You can pick it up. There was a point where it was sold out everywhere. You can get it now. It'll be that third link down below. I would recommend doing so at this price point. It is impossible to beat. It is very hard to dislike. And again, it gets you incredibly close at about half the price. And this one, I hate to say it, it kind of performs better. So, Dior Homme Cologne, I love it, but performance isn't a strong suit with that one. And it is expensive. So this one here, great alternative at a much lower price. It's a better performer. It has a little bit more depth too. There's more going on in this one. And for spring, summer, any situation, it smells great. It works great. Very uplifting. Up next, we have a personal favorite of mine. This is a cheapie. I'm talking $20, $25. And it's still a fragrance that I think about often, especially when the weather starts warming up. It's one that I kind of gravitate towards a lot. And this is an interesting one where, and I've said this before, but even if I don't wear it like on skin, it's one where I will take it with me on a lot of vacations and spray it on like beach towels, spray it around the cabin or the room that we're staying in if we're renting, a condo or whatever it is, I'll just spray it around the room, kind of use it as an air freshener, and spray, my t-shirts before we go down to the lake, pool, whatever. Because it's so tropical smelling, it gets me in the vacation mood. And this one is Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Bart's. Lime, tequila, and sea salt are some of the main notes, along with sea notes as well. Oh man, if that note breakdown doesn't get you ready for summer, the scent definitely will. Still to this day, this is an absolute mind blower. It's been a while since it's been sprayed. I mean, it is so salty. This is like one of the saltiest fragrances I've ever smelled. And that sounds kind of weird to say, but it really is so realistic. It literally smells like you're sipping on a margarita with salt around the rim, on the beach, on the lake, at the pool, wherever, somewhere tropical, somewhere where it's not freezing ass cold outside, is what this one smells like. And I love everything about it. And I will say, performance also, not a strong suit, but at this price here, $20, $25, I go hard. I go ham. I mean, you can tell I've put a dent. I'm not afraid to spray low down on my shirt, low down on towels, spray the whole room, that we're staying in just so it smells like a tropical getaway. You can do that. You can afford to do that with this one. So cheap. And I was thinking about this earlier as I was filming this video. If they were to ever discontinue this one, which I please hope they don't, but if they ever were, I would buy so many bottles of this that I think it would be ridiculous. Like I would have so many bottles in boxes because this one here is so special to me. I could never live without it. And if I spray it heavily, I would go through a lot. Next up, we have FERRAGAMO UOMO Urban Feel. Bergamot, ambroxan, and ozonic notes are some of the main notes. So usually isn't going to be your first choice or the first thing you think about when you think about FERRAGAMO UOMO. Pretty much everyone is going to be gravitating towards the original and signature, which I understand. Those are two great fragrances. But in terms of fresh, bright, kind of sparkly, effervescent summertime scent, spring, summer, whatever, warm weather, Urban Feel is one that always does come to mind for me. It's just, man, that opening is fantastic. It's bright, it's clean, it's vibrant and juicy. It smells very modern. It's another one that smells fun. It smells fun, it smells like vacation, it smells carefree. When you smell like this, you don't have a care in the world. So it does have that ambroxan in here, giving it a little bit of a sparkle. The ozonic notes give it this airy freshness. It opens up with a nice tart bergamot. There's a good amount of musk in here in the base. Very aroma chemical heavy. So for the purists, the connoisseurs out there, not going to be for you. Really, most of these probably wouldn't be, honestly, but that's not what we're going for. We're going for not a care in the world. We're going for summer vibes and feeling great. I don't care if they load these down with aroma chemicals and synthetics. If they make me happy, that's all I care about, and this one does. It's also worth noting that that one is pretty affordable on discounters as well. Let's go into this one next. KENZO, Low 2 KENZO. So I don't know if you can see it right there. Sharp-looking bottle. All of these bottles I think are pretty cool. This here it was a mind blower for me. When I smelled it for the first time, I was like, okay, I discovered a masterpiece. And I was like, oh wow, that's impressive. Grapefruit, bitter orange, spruce, and juniper berries are some of the main notes. It's all about that grapefruit up top. This really rivals Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever in terms of its grapefruit opening. Now, light blue, the grapefruit in that one is even more rindy and strong, so they're different. But if I had to choose like a couple designer fragrances that have like the best grapefruit opening and maybe even the best citrus opening, it would be this one and Light Blue Forever. I could fit in a few more as well, but for sure, like without question, those two would be in there. And what I love so much about this, and again, I'm spraying it like crazy, why don't you just spray it on your skin? Actually, you know what? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I will, because I know you were thinking that. I know you were. You pick up on that spruce heavily, and it smells amazing. Love it. It's so unique. KENZO, they're good at that. They make some great stuff here, some unique stuff. So it's grapefruit up top, giving a little bit of a sweetness. It's like grapefruit with some sugar on top, right? For breakfast with your cup of coffee. And then the spruce comes through, giving it kind of a green woodiness. The juniper berries also give it a little bit of a bright sparkle, a bright pop. I mean, this is remarkable. It's incredibly well done. It's only about $30, $35 on discount or somewhere around in there. Testers, unfortunately, do not come with a cap, so yours would look like this if you got a tester. Depends on if you're worried about that or not. I personally usually spring for, to get the cap if I can. But, oh man, this is remarkable. I mean, seriously, it's amazing stuff. Forgot how good this one was. It's been, since summertime that I've sprayed it on skin and really worn it, but for sure, definitely going to be a heavy hitter for the warm weather. And it's kind of, it's not talked about all that much. I'd encourage you to check this one out for the price. It's amazing. And last up, we have a cologne. Everyone's favorite, a cologne. This one's from ARMAF. It's Très Nuit. So you guys know what this is all about, right? I'm sure you do. Green Irish Tweed. So it's got, iris, lemon verbena, ambergris. What else? What am I missing? Probably missing a key player in there, but you get the idea. Smells very similar to Green Irish Tweed. Shockingly similar. Now, quality-wise, is it going to be the same? No, it's not. Good quality, not quite to the Creed. And, for me, I like Creed. Big fan of the brand. I have tons and tons of Creeds. Are they the highest quality niche house out there? I'll tell you right now, no, I don't think so. So when I reference, oh, this isn't as good of quality as the Creed, I'm not placing Creed on like the ultimate pedestal, right? I'm not. But I will be truthful for you or with you and tell you, kind of where it holds up. That being said, for the price and in terms of a lot of the other clones out there, it is one of the better quality clones. Very nice, very well done. It's a good performer. It's very, very affordable on discounters, obtainable, and it's Green Irish Tweed DNA. I mean, it's so bright and sparkling and smells great for springtime. It's timeless, it's classic, it's a gentleman's scent. It's still a good compliment getter. Now, when it comes down to it, if you were choosing between Cool Water and Très Nuit, I would go Très Nuit. And now I understand this one's still going to be a bit more expensive than Cool Water. I think Cool Water is basically $20 all day long at discounters, maybe sometimes less, right? This one you're probably looking at, what is it, 30, 40? But seriously, I would just save up the extra money and spring for this. I think so many of you guys would be so much happier with that decision to go with this one. That's where I'm at. I'm not the biggest cool water fan, so maybe I'm biased, but between the two, I would pick this. If you want green Irish tweed on a budget, this is the way to go. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. That is 7 sparkling and bright warm weather fragrances that basically do it all. Super excited to wear these. I will link them down below to discounters so you can check them out at a price below retail. And that's what we have. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Get ready for summer. I know I am. And we still got a ways to go, but we'll get there someday. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.